All right, back on the 550. This is not a low kilometer motor. This thing is washed out. There's no cross hatching. It's got a massive carbon ring in it. This definitely explains why it didn't want to stay running. It just wasn't able to make any compression. No compression, no bangs. A lot of idling maybe, leaks, mouse nests, mud. Our archaeological excavation here has finally revealed a transmission. The wiring harness is pretty rough. That I really don't like. See, we're missing that cover on there, and a lot of muck, a lot of mud, you know, like just boulders coming off of this thing. So I'm a little bit concerned about what's inside the transmission, what's inside the transfer case, what's inside the diffs. This was obviously in some sort of a flood. I don't know, big muddy mess. Nonetheless, I was not expecting this. A lot of power steering problems. I did feel those brakes were a little spongy. Transmission did move. I did kind of drive it around the yard a little bit there, and I don't really say it shifted, or could I tell there's any vibrations in anything? I was trying to think here. I guess also that explains all the, that maybe it was blow by. Somebody did a really good job of hiding a lot of the problems on this. They did a really good wash job. They cleaned up a lot of the spots that I would look at on the motor. So pretty much everything that I was diagnosing, somebody's been in front of me and, you know, hiding it. The front cover doesn't look all that horribly bad. It's got a new gasket on it. I would say that's probably been replaced. It had a speedy sleeve. Obviously, like we were saying, the cab's been off. Somebody's been doing some sort of work on this, but I think just eventually it just got rode hard, put away, wet, and the mice got into her, the mud got into her, and yeah, there's nothing really I can use on this engine. It's just a boat anchor. It's not rebuildable really at this point in time. It might take 30 over, but I don't even think I would bother. Something that's run this hard. But either way, it is what it is. It's gonna get another engine, and the cab's gonna go back down, and I'm sure it'll work okay for a while, but I don't know if I would start calling this a super reliable vehicle. I don't know how much really time that I can put into restoring all of these parts, and I said before in that last video I was having a few concerns about the wiring harness. But nonetheless, time-wise, I got this all broke down yesterday in about 3-4 hours. I'd say I put all together right into it, plus the 4 hours to lift the cab and inspect it, get it up to this point. So, you know, let's just say I've got 8 to 10 hours into it in total. Right, you know, really, which isn't all that bad. We've got the head studs here. We've not going to use the gaskets at this point. I've got front and rear seal, injector seals, got an EGR delete, got an oil cooler kit up on the shelf. So got oil filter. We've got oil here for it. So yeah, nonetheless, you know, like we got the parts, right? I see a couple new injectors I might be able to scavenge out of that, but I don't know what I would trust on this thing, honestly. So I'm really hoping that we get a good engine out of this guy, that compression tests well, and then, you know, we can just decide really what to do with the rest of it. One of my buddies had a good idea. He says, well, you know, you're not going to get it past the body to roll the frame out. Now, I do this to give myself a little bit more room in the shop, right? So it's a long shop. I can't fit stuff side by side, so I've got it backed onto the hoist. If I had it put forward on the hoist, then I would be able to get that chassis out underneath, and then I could take it outside and give it a proper wash. But I don't think it would take much more than an hour just to knock a couple of these bolts off of here, take the U-bolt off, and probably just pick this deck right up. That's really nothing. Pretty much all the wiring's all disconnected on it already. So I think that really might be the next step if this thing's gonna be a keeper. Then just roll the chassis out, pressure wash the hell out of it, see what else is hiding in there if you want it to be reliable. But yeah, at this point in time, I can't tell you that this is going to be a reliable vehicle. It's old, it's worn out, it's not a low K truck. You got duped. So, I'm not saying it's not savable, it's not fixable, but I have concerns all the time with wiring on these afterwards. I've put these things back together. Yeah, they run great. They do funny things because of the wiring. The connectors don't all clip back in, right? Obviously, we found problems with missing grounds and stuff, you know, right? I'll fix all that. But yeah, I wasn't really expecting to do this much work on this thing. I was hoping for a low K truck, easy bang bang job. But nope. No, not for me. No easy work. But well, it is what it is.